Who you gonna put on Luka? Lou Dort? It don't matter. Divorce court, child support, Lou Dort. Lakers at 5.
After a devastating loss against the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers threw back a punch and went on a 2-game win streak, one of them being a victory against the OKC Thunder. It's pretty impressive when you beat a team like this because they have the #1 defensive rating in the entire NBA. Everybody may be thinking, how did the Lakers pull this off? How did they beat the best team in the entire NBA? Well, it all stems from Luka Doncic. If Luka isn't playing good, I promise you this Lakers team has no chance. Look at the game against the Warriors. The Lakers lost and Luka Doncic shot 35% from the field. But against the Thunder, he was on another level. He shot a crazy 55% from the field and had 30 points. So how did he do it? And well, the first reason was finding mismatches. Particularly, Isaiah Hartenstein was the one being targeted. You can see over here, Chet Holmgren is on Luka Doncic, and this is a big red flag. The Lakers do not want Chet guarding Luka because Chet is pretty fast going laterally and pretty quick on his feet as a big man. So to counter this, the Lakers set a screen on Chet so that Isaiah Hartenstein has to switch on Luka, and once that switch happens, it is a mismatch and it's an easy step back bucket for Luka. And I don't know what the OKC Thunder were thinking, but you do not want Isaiah Hartenstein guarding Luka Doncic in an isolation situation because all Luka has to do is run by you like he's going to go inside the paint and hit you with a step back yet again and pull it over you. It's just pretty hard to guard Luka, especially when you're a big man. But I like how JJ Redick was using Luka Doncic because Luka could be spotted up around the mid-range area and Dorian Finney-Smith comes around like he's gonna grab the ball. But they're wrong. Dorian Finney-Smith does not get the ball, and that was a setup for Luka to grab it and go right into a pick and roll with Jackson Hayes. And look at Chet Holmgren. He's playing drop coverage against Luka Doncic. That is the biggest mistake you can make because he will pull it over you and make it.
The nature of playing with Luka Doncic is if you play drop coverage against him, you're going to die.
Luka also has a special skill, and this is passing off of double teams. Over here, Luka has the ball in the post area against a mismatch in Hartenstein, but he doesn't want to take the ball in the post because he knows that when he comes out and grabs the ball again, a double team is going to come, and when you're in the perimeter, it gives room for other players to go back inside the paint and score a bucket. So if you play drop coverage on Luka, you're going to die. But JJ Redick also says something else.
Teams are going to red or they're going to blitz.
He said that teams are going to blitz Luka Doncic, and that's exactly what happened when the Thunder had no answer. The reason why they were blitzing is because Luka was hitting crazy step back shots over Chet Holmgren, and after that happened, they had no option. A couple plays later, Luka gets a screen, and this is where the blitz happens. Both Jalen Williams and Isaiah Hartenstein blitz at Luka Doncic and sprint at him, but that just doesn't work because Luka is too smart. He runs around Isaiah Hartenstein, gets inside the paint, and he has one of the best breaks in the entire NBA similar to Shea, and he could just stop and leave you stunned, and that's an easy bucket. But by the third quarter, it seemed like Luka Doncic was just having fun. There were 6 seconds left on the shot clock, and he had Cason Wallace on him, who's a pretty good defender. So what he does is he goes inside the post, and when he has no dribbles left, that's where Luka relies on that pivot foot. And it's very important as it gives him an extra opportunity because he can act like he's gonna fade off that pivot foot, then he can act like he's gonna drive off that pivot foot, but instead he goes right back around to that shot and nails a fadeaway jumper. We're still yet to talk about the Lakers bench scoring, and a lot of people are saying LeBron James has no bag, he can't dribble. Well, I'm gonna show you that he can dribble. Before we get into all of that, thank you to Exter for sponsoring today's video. You guys may have a wallet that looks like this, all beat up and barely has room for your cards. Well, I was once this guy that had his wallet until I got the Parliament wallet from Exter, and it has changed the way I keep my money and my cards safe. It has an extra pouch for your cards, and with a click of a button, bang, your cards come out, and it's just so much more easy than having one of those wallets that you have to physically manually pull out. It also helps you stay away from wireless theft. It's called RFID, and people can easily get your information if you use these old wallets. They have 6 amazing colors, and the other thing I like is that you can attach a tracker card to your wallet as well. And there has been countless times where I have lost my wallet, and now I'm just gonna attach a tracker card to my wallet so I don't ever lose it again. It's also voice activated with Siri, Alexa, or Google, and it's also credit card size, so you could put it right into your wallet. And well, I could help you guys out, because if you guys want one of these wallets or tracking cards, you can go on extra.com and put in code MUVSY to get 10% off. You could also get up to 30% off until May 19th, 2025. So before we talk about the Lakers bench scoring and Austin Reaves playing amazing, we need to talk about the fact that there are a lot of people saying that LeBron James has no bag and he can't dribble. And well, that's completely wrong, because he can dribble. Over here, he's isolated against Isaiah Joe, and he hits him with a little bit of a jab step, and that opens up that left lane for him to attack. And once he's in that left lane, he hits you with a dribble, then a half spin, and he goes to his fadeaway to score the bucket. If you guys think he has no bag, I'm sorry, bro, you just don't know ball. And sometimes you don't really need to have a bag. You just have to be an efficient dribbler. Over here, when LeBron James is matched up against Chet Holmgren, all he has to do is hit him with a in between the leg dribble, and once he gets inside the paint, sidestep, fadeaway, and that's a bucket. But enough with all that. A player that needs to be talked about is Austin Reaves, cause wow, I think he deserves to win the Most Improved Player award. Do I think he's gonna get it? No, but does he deserve it? Heck yes. When I was watching the Lakers game, a graphic popped up. It showed the point progression over Austin Reaves' career, and well, he went from averaging 7.3 points per game to 13 points per game to 15.9 points per game, and this season 20.2 points per game. There were a lot of people trash talking Austin Reaves, saying that he won't be more than a 15 points per game scorer. Oh my god, every time I hear that I just want to laugh so hard. But there's also another take that makes you want to get your head and smash it on a wall, because Austin Rivers said that Jordan Poole is better than Austin Reaves.
And I say this as an Austin Reaves fan. I like his game. He's nowhere near Jordan Poole. Just not get it twisted in terms of skill level.
Although this take may have been true a couple of years ago, when you revisit it, it's just absolutely foolish, because you see that Austin Reaves is impacting winning basketball, and man, there are just levels to this. And well, if the Lakers want to do well in the playoffs, they would need bench scoring. Bench scoring is something that a lot of teams struggle to find. And well, I think the Lakers are starting to find that bench scoring in Gabe Vincent. This dude is spraying three-pointers, playing hustle defense, and well, when Luka Doncic is being double teamed, he could always kick it out to a player like Gabe, and Gabe will make the three. Even Dorian Finney-Smith is shooting a lot more threes now. He won 4 for 5 against the OKC Thunder. Goodwin is a very good player on the defensive end. Vanderbilt is always going to be a lockdown on defense. This bench unit just looks perfect. But let's not get it twisted. The Lakers are not a perfect team whatsoever. Against the Warriors, they showed a lot of weaknesses. I did not like how they were playing. But these games against the Warriors, against the Thunder, is what you need near the end of the season to help build yourself into a serious contender. But aside from LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reaves, who's the most impactful Lakers player right now? Before you guys leave today's video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. It just gets the video out to many more people so I could make more bangers for you legends. That's been all for your boy Muvsy. I'll catch you guys in the next one.